Get in, loser, we're going witching. Hello biscuits, it's Cupcake Kami-sama back here and welcome to another video and welcome back to the different filming space that is my bedroom and in front of my wardrobe. The reason we're here is because this video is a collaboration with the Lolita Fashion YouTubers group on Facebook, and this particular collaboration, rather than follow the usual format of giving us each a topic or a theme and let us each do a video on that, has been under the broad and bigger theme of dressing each other up. Everyone who participated was assigned another person from the group to create a coordinate for. So it meant that we would each receive an outfit from one person and create an outfit for a different one. I absolutely love anything like this. I love to see how different people think, how different people use the same pieces that you're used to working with in completely different ways and surprise you. I've done that several times just in general with my friends by saying, here's my wardrobe post, I'm struggling, dress me up in something. Sometimes I'd give them a main piece that I wanted to use, sometimes I'd just give them free rein. Side tangent aside, I also love playing with other people's wardrobes because it's a chance to both test your own coordinating skills by working with something unfamiliar, but also just have a field day, enjoy pieces that you don't own and dream about what could be, whether that be an outfit that you think you'd wear or the wardrobe's owner would wear. It's absolutely fun. I very much recommend it. So when that collaboration was announced, I was like, first, sign me up, I'm here for it. I wasn't actually first, but anyway. The person that I was assigned to create a coordinate for will create their own video, and I won't reveal their identity so that you can check out the entire playlist once that is up. It might take a bit of time because we have been given a longer time frame to make sure everyone has time to plan, to organize ourselves, to film, do all of this. The person who created a coordinate for me, well, we're getting to see that right now. To the best of my understanding of how the assigning was done, it was on a sort of Secret Santa style basis, as in it was random. Person A would be paired with person B, who'd be paired with person C, And the person who drew me was Lena from A Gato Getaway, whose channel I genuinely love and I enjoy watching. She does a lot of this whole sort of someone dressed me up, as well as all kinds of other coordinating videos that I really enjoy watching myself. So I was very excited to see that this is who'd be putting an outfit for me. I did not give Lena any guidelines, any restrictions. I literally did the same thing as I used to do with my friends, which is, here's my wardrobe spreadsheet. I might have more things that aren't on there, that are not Lolita specific, but that I might have. So by all means ask if there's anything you want to know. Other than this, have at it. Do what you fancy. Partly because I don't want to influence people, I want to see what they're going to be drawn towards and why. And partly because then they're not having any preconceptions and they're typically more inclined to really put you in something that they don't associate with you, that they don't think you might try, that they've not seen you do. None of that. You're a blank slate, your wardrobe is their playground, and whatever devious idea brews up in their head is going to materialize. And boy, was I not wrong. I have the pieces of the coordinates sort of set out just around me so that I can start showing you before I put it on. But Lena was very quick with getting back to me with, this is what I've put together. I think within a day of me sending a message with the link, which, considering the time difference between the United States and the UK, as well as, you know, some people just need a bit more time to think, to see what they want to do, where they want to go. I think the inspiration must have been like, whew, right there. So let's start off by introducing you to what main piece Lena has picked for this collaboration. Ladies and gentlemen, her. Can you see exactly why I'm super excited? It is none other than Meta's Dom airline dress, formerly known as the Airline JSK or My Little CA, in white x orange. Immediately a fantastic start because I just love this dress and I am very keen on proving that she's more than just the airline dress. So let me plonk you right here. The obvious challenge here is, even though since getting this dress in 2021, oh my gosh, it's gonna be 2 years soon since I got her. Ever since getting this dress in 2021, I have gradually added pieces here or there that match just this dress. Orange, and certainly not this kind of orange, is not a colour that I have tons of and that I plan on accumulating more of. So there was the obvious challenge for Lena to find the pieces that work with it, of which there are only few. The next step was the one that kind of blew my mind when I saw the collage of pictures that I was sent, because you see this dress, it is white, it is orange. What colour would people normally coordinate it with? Probably white, probably orange. I was given black. Curveball, as curvy as they come. Because not only is this not the immediate pairing that people might have, it's also pretty far outside of what I typically do, both with this dress and generally. I have worn things with black, I have worn sweet things with black, very rarely, but it happens. However, black is a minority in my wardrobe. Also, anything gothic, spoopy, that kinds of things, very much tertiary, bottom of the barrel. Not quite that extreme, but it's not the thing I do regularly. It's something that I pull out here or there wherever the mood strikes me. So to be given this, to be given black with this dress with orange, it immediately leads to spoopy vibes, which I've been told recently sort of May is about halfway to Halloween, and this collab is coming out in May, so I guess we're going spoopy. Just gonna plonk her sleeve in the pocket for a little bit of extra visibility of colours. I mean, come on, this is already pretty exciting. If someone had just said, put this blouse with this JSK, I think I probably would have gone in pretty similar directions to what Lena's done. Mostly because, as I've already said, orange don't have a lot of, black don't have a lot of, white, I mean, yes, but by putting this blouse with this dress, you're probably not going for a black and white coordinate. So everything else that I'm going to pull out, fairly self-explanatory, fairly standard in terms of what someone having a wardrobe like I do will put with this. A pair of short white boots. These are completely off-brand. The only thing I have done is swap the laces for orange ones, which I got specifically for this dress. None of the oranges in this entire coordinate match, but as you're going to see, kind of doesn't matter. Also, a pair of white boots, or black boots if this is your base colour, and coloured laces. Fantastic way of giving yourself more shoe options when you only really have one and your storage space can only really let you have one. Pro tip, very simple black socks. These are, I think they were sold as over the knee, but they're not really going to stay there, so they're kind of knee socks-ish. Simple, also off-brand. I got them from my mother, who bought them in Primark forever ago, thinking, this'll go with her Lolita. Lesser cotton socks. But I kept them, and I have used them since, so it wasn't entirely a miss. And then we come to accessories. Simple pearl necklace. I presume mostly for a bit of colour balance, seeing as the coordinate isn't necessarily leaning classic, but this is the most neutral, white, light coloured option that I have, so I can entirely see why Lena's picked that. a pair of orange gloves. These are vintage, which also, as you've guessed, were bought specifically to match this dress. Again, the oranges do not match, but it doesn't matter. And who knows, maybe on camera it's gonna look like pretty much the same kind of orange. And then headpieces, because I've listed one of them as headpiece. So first of all, the classic Antique Beast headdress that every goth owns and every wannabe goth owns. Do not buy these scalped from Lace Market. These cost like £30 brand new directly from Antique Beast. Just wait until Antique Beast opens the shop and get them directly from them. Trust me, you're gonna have a good time. It's super easy and the headdresses are incredibly well made. Plus you can actually customize them in a whole bunch of different ways. But yeah, a staple black headpiece. This is also what got me leaning towards the spoopy vibes, seeing as this is very clearly a more gothic leaning thing. And then this bow, it is actually a waist bow brooch clip from Lady Sloth's Winter Spices skirt that I don't really wear with Winter Spices, mostly because I don't have a lot of that mustardy light orange colour anywhere else. But I keep it with my hair clips, my headpieces, because you could attach it to berets, you could attach it to many different things, you could slide an alligator clip and just wear it as a hair clip. So judging by the fact that it was in my hair pieces section, Lena's intending for me to wear this on my head to balance out the oranges, which makes perfect sense. That's everything as far as the clothes themselves go. I have asked whether I should take any kinds of styling into consideration, anything with hair or makeup that I should do to go with this coordinate, and was given free rein and to go with what I felt worked. So I have some ideas. I'm gonna keep them relatively simple, but hopefully in their simplicity they'll still tie this look together. With that in mind, let me get changed into this ensemble so that you can see it as worn on a body, and I'll talk about what I think of the coordinate, how it feels to wear. Is it something that I'd wear out? So see you in a bit. Ta-da! I will put up a whole body shot so that you can see the entirety of the outfit, head to toe. I must say, I am living for it. As far as stylistic choices, I've gone with this short wig from Dallow Home. I would have curled my own hair, I just couldn't be asked. And I feel like the short curly bob style really fits well with like the playfulness of this whole look, of this whole coordinate. It's like young, it's cute, it's a bit like, oh yeah. I think ideally I would have wanted it to be a lighter wig, maybe blonde, something that would get the Antique Beast headpiece to pop out against a bit more. Not quite the orange from the rest of the coordinate, or not even ginger, although ginger would be cute and then I'd lose the hair clip, but just something lighter. And makeup, I kept it, as I said, very simple. I've added a shed load of orange eyeshadow. It's Colourpop Super Shock Shadow Ultra Glitter Kombucha, and then went over my eyeliner with some black to get that popping out. I toned down some of my blush with like a peachy eyeshadow, because I don't necessarily have like a peachy blush, and mostly just to tone down the natural pinkness that my cheeks have. And then on my lips, I've got Glossier's Cake. Oh, this is too tiny. The matte Glossier lipstick in the shade Cake. Again, just to give that bit of peachiness. I think had I tried to lean a bit more goth, maybe I would have done a black lip or like a grey lip that I often do if I do more gothic leaning looks. But for this, I think keeping makeup fairly natural and just letting the clothes speak for themselves is best. As I said, I absolutely love this look. Would I change things? Yes. For starters, as much as I love these gloves, I think the combination of long sleeves and gloves isn't my cup of tea. It works out perfectly to balance out the colours. I just think it's a bit too covered up and too formal in a way for how cutesy the rest of the cord is. So I think, not that I'm ever gonna get neon orange wrist cuffs, but you never know. Ooh, I could make some. Either wrist cuffs or bracelets. I think one time before I have this bangle, which is for my retro wardrobe. It is more yellow than orange, but as you can see, sort of in the context of the whole cord, it's not looking too mismatched. And just to show you how that would look instead, something like this, I think, immediately takes this away from we're covering up, we're doing goth whilst trying to wear this cutesy dress, into just that playful territory that the rest of the corner is trying to be at. This isn't anything on Lena. I have a couple of bangles like these, but they are genuinely not on my wardrobe post, because even though I wear them with frills sometimes, they are firmly part of my retro wardrobe. So there's no way that could have been picked up on. I think something more neutral for the neck. Yes, I agree, it needs something light in here to balance out that white a little bit. I think pearls, just a touch too classic, even though they vibe with the gloves at least. This isn't something that I have at the moment, but again, that's like I could fashion a quick choker with white beads, something like this. And seeing how this whole cord is going spoopy and spoopy, I think I would have wanted to find a way to incorporate this bat clip. Where's it from? Laura LP. I got it at the tea party in Ludwigsburg. It was part of our goodie bags. So I think having this somewhere around my person would help drive the spoopy vibes a little bit further. This isn't something that I'm necessarily majorly upset by or bothered by. I think with how covered up my upper body is, having knee-high socks, it feels a little bit off balance. Again, the picture that I have on my wardrobe post is when these socks were still in packaging, and I think it said over the knee socks or knee socks. There's no way to necessarily tell from that how they sit on a person. As you see, my knees are on show, and I think if I'd gone with black tights, either solid or lacy ones, that would have tied the look a little bit more cohesively, especially with the gloves. I could have gone the opposite direction and maybe try for a short sleeve black blouse, but I don't have one. Bonus round! So, when the collaboration started, as in was first announced and in the early stages of letting people sign up, one of the YouTubers there, Broly, whose channel I'll also link below, has said, hey, if anyone wants to have an extra cord, just drop me a wardrobe post and I'll do one extra regardless of who gets assigned to me. So of course, I was like, hello, this is my wardrobe post. If you want to put something together, by all means do. Within a day, I had a cord sent to me. Now, disclaimer, this isn't entirely what Rolly has put together. The key difference being she asked me to wear a fur hat with this and throw in as many of the red flower clips as I could. Considering how I'm actually wearing this to a meetup in May in Northern Hemisphere and it actually being somewhat mild, a fur hat isn't going to work. And once I've done this hairstyle, I've tried some of the other red flower clips that I have and they just weren't quite cutting it, so I'm keeping it simple with just this one, as well as she only specified that I wear the haori. I threw in the obi myself, purely because this is the silhouette I prefer. As nice as it is to have that little bit of a tent shape going on sometimes, it wasn't the vibe today. Everything else I've kept as is. She's also selected a bag for me. I just forgot to take clips of it. So I thought, I'm wearing this, albeit in a slightly altered form. This is a cord that she's put together, so I didn't have to put in any thinking into what am I going to wear to the meetup. So might as well show it off. End of the bonus round here, because I am on the clock. I do actually need to leave by a specific time, and I think that time is very quickly approaching. So back to the original collab filming Paulina. When I first saw the cordon that Lena put together, where my mind went with seeing the spoopy color palette and the sort of vibes was, ooh, this would have been a super cute witchy look. And I do have a white witch hat that I could put with this and then switch a couple of things around, maybe go with a black wig, still keep this hair clip somewhere on it, and keep most of the rest of the cord roughly the same. I think that would be super cute for next time. Would I wear this outfit out? Yes, absolutely. Probably with at least one or two of these tweaks. Some more for comfort level than aesthetic. As much as I love gloves, I'm not used to the sensation of wearing them. So whenever I do, I end up taking them off and putting them back on just so that I can get on and do things without feeling like I'm gonna drop something by accident. But besides this, heck yeah, this is cute. Is this me? Oddly enough, I think it is. It could be the styling, the hair and makeup, making it into something more me, but I'm seeing the retro vibes that I personally gravitate towards too, especially in Sweet Lolita. So even though this is very far down the line in terms of things that I would do, it still feels like me. I don't feel like I'm being dressed up in a Lena style, or I don't feel like I'm being dressed up for something that doesn't gel with who I am. Having this on, if I were to go out to a meetup or an event, I'd be fully enjoying myself, vibing, and not thinking that I'm dressed up. I'd still feel like this is me doing a slightly different look, but still me, having fun, enjoying life, enjoying proving to everyone that Miss Dumb Airline Dress is versatile, even in orange. And I guess that is the perfect point to wrap this video up on. As I said, this is part of a collaboration with the Lolita Fashion YouTubers group on Facebook. I can't remember off the top of my head how many people are participating, but there's a fair number of us. So expect to see a lot of videos with different people's takes on how they style different things, how they went about even agreeing on what to coordinate, because not everyone has been as, do whatever as I have. And some people have different restrictions, some people have different sizes and styles of wardrobe, so you're gonna see a lot of very, very interesting looks and get to learn a lot of different coordinating styles as people talk about the outfits that they've been given. I, for one, as I said, loving mine. I'll leave a link to the playlist once that is up in the description box below, as well as a link to Lena's channel, where their video from the collaboration, I believe, is already up. I say I believe, I've watched it. It's already up at the time that I'm recording this. It's still going to be up by the time this video goes up. So I'll link their channel there. I'll link the playlist. Make sure to check everyone out and keep checking, because, as I said, the time frame for this is a little bit longer. People have until the end of May to record and put the video up. So there'll be things being added as we speak, as people get the time to record, to dedicate some attention to this collaboration. If you've enjoyed this video, I know everyone hates this part, but you know, YouTube got a YouTube. If you've enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe to my channel. You can share this video if you found it particularly interesting or just fun to watch. All of these things are completely free, and all of these help my channel grow and help me as a small creator on YouTube who does this for a hobby. And if you feel like this has been worth more than just the free kinds of support, You can either leave a one-off tip using Ko-fi or join my Patreon, which has tiers starting from as little as $1 a month. I am trying to grow my Patreon to reach 10. It would be a really nice round number, and I think once I get to 10, I'll probably do like a Patreon exclusive live stream. No idea what on yet, but we'll do something. And as always, there's more Lolita fashion related content on my blog, which is Cupcakes and Unicorns, so make sure to check that out too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye!